All right, so we're here with Annie Leader, Trevor Richwine, and Coach Eric Bologa as these two athletes get ready to start their NCAA championship journey. For Annie today, for Trevor, I know it's tomorrow. So I guess Annie, with you starting today, let's talk a little bit about your season. What's been going well for you so far, and how'd you make it to this point?
Yeah, I think the biggest change for me was my mentality going into this season. I knew it was my senior year, and so I wanted to really give it my all. And I think that paid off from lifting harder in the weight room to working or pushing myself more at practice. Um, I feel like there was a big jump for me this season, or between last season and this season. And I'm really seeing the results now. So.
Trevor, for you, qualified number two going into the 800. For you, you were here last year. How is it, how have you been able to just kind of remind yourself how the NCAAs work and maybe also how have you guided Annie through how this process goes?
Definitely a lot more experience now, so I definitely know what needs to be done this time. And um Annie has a lot of experience too in the conference meets, so and she's jumped against John Hopkins girls and they're gonna be here too, so she'll have a good shot at it too.
I love how we throw something in there about the conference. Great. Um, for you both, the all region announcement came out the other day. You both obviously made that list after your outstanding seasons. What does it mean to be recognized amongst your peers for, your accomplishments that you've had in your various events?
That means a lot because at least everyone's seen all the work we put in. The sport's not easy. Um, and it's heavy toll on the body and it's just a grind, so it's cool to be recognized.
It's really nice too because not a lot of people get to come out to our track meets. So seeing like all of these posts and everything giving us recognition for all the hard work we've done is really, really rewarding.
Definitely. For Annie, you talked about how this is your senior season, and as you come down to the final couple of days here, unfortunately, reflect on your time at Dickinson. What's it mean to you to be out there and represent the school as in your final meet?
Yeah, it's amazing. All of, like the support and the love I've received from my family, my friends, and my coaches and my teammates has been incredible. It's definitely been like a really big driver for me to want to get to this point, and I'm really, really excited for today.
And as you said, your event today, the long jump. Trevor, obviously, you have the opportunity to rest one more day before you have to get into it. But Annie, going into this afternoon, when you get ready to take that first jump, what's going to be your mindset as you are on the biggest stage that Division III track and field has?
Honestly, just send it. This is my last ever track meet, last few jumps that I'll probably ever do. I have nothing left to lose, so just give it my all.
And for Trevor, as you look ahead to yours tomorrow, obviously there's two facets to yours. You have to qualify for the meet or for the race and then, make the final on Saturday. How do you approach the two? Like, is it just a matter of making sure you're in that top number to qualify for Saturday's final, or do you give it your all both days?
Probably like Annie said, I'm probably full sending both days, but the prelims hopefully will be a little more comfortable. Hopefully I can have a easier time because it should be a little slower, I'm hoping. So just I'll take that a little lighter, hopefully. And then the finals, I'll just give it everything I got if I make it.
Definitely. And then I guess for you, the same question I kind of posed to Annie. Obviously, you have one more year in your journey next season, but what does it mean to represent Dickinson for the second straight year at the NCAAs?
It means a lot. I just want to represent the school and I want to bring it home because I've been here 5 times now, so I gotta put all the work together and finally win it. So that's my
Apologies.
goal.
This year, third straight year. Everything runs together for me.
I think this is my fifth time, I think.
Okay,
So yeah.
11 third. My mistake. Apologies.
No, you're fine.
The cover. And then I guess for Eric, since we have the two of them on the camera, you can just answer from where you are, or you can sit. Either way is fine by me. As we push Annie into the middle here. I guess for you, how rewarding is it not only to have these two athletes here, but the whole season and the journey that your team has had, culminating in the fact that you were able to get a couple of qualifiers to the national meet?
Yeah, I think there's a few different layers to it, right? Like one, I think it's awesome just to have people qualify for NCAA championships. I think it's awesome to have someone on the men's side, someone on the women's side, somebody two completely different events here to watch and just qualify. And I think for these two specifically has been really awesome because I think just to echo kind of what Annie said, like we talked yesterday for a little bit just about how like I think her mentality this whole year has been amazing. And she came in the first goal she told me was she wanted to make NCAA championships, and then she like put in the work to prove it and did it, and then she's here today. So I'm really excited to see what you can do like later today in long jump. And from the Trevor side, like it's been, I think, the most consistent year Trevor's had probably to date. And it's been really cool seeing him maybe a mindset shift as well of like instead of just going into races to not lose, he's going into races to win every time, which has been really exciting to see. And I think has really paid off and shown in these last few races of conferences, Widener, and then going into the races this weekend too, like you said, just kind of full sending it and seeing what he can do against the best of D3.
And I guess for you too, obviously having these two represent the school on a national level not only gives them exposure, but it also gives the Dickinson program as a whole some notoriety. How does that, benefit recruiting and, things like that?
Yeah, I think just to be able to show that like Dickinson can compete, will compete at the national stage. And to get people here, like Trevor said, 3 years in a row for him alone, multiple years in a row for the men's side, multiple years in a row on the women's side. And just to make this a goal for every year of getting multiple people to NCAA championships, I think is one of my goals and something that we can definitely continue on in the future. And kind of like I said earlier, not just getting one or two people here, but getting people here across events, across years, sooner than their senior year, I think, is the ultimate goal down the line.
And we all know that you were fairly close with a few other athletes this year, and unfortunately just not quite able to get over the finish line, so to speak.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's a really challenging year in I think all of track and NCAA track and field, but even D3, like it was the hardest year for women's long jump to ever get in, for tons of events to get actually into the national meet. But that's track and field. You go out and you do your best, and then see where it gets you.
And then I guess for Annie, before we wrap this up, just because, Trevor, you may have one more go at this next year, hopefully. What's like your final message to, your teammates here at Dickinson, incoming first years next year, and what kind of legacy, do you feel that you've left at Dickinson?
I feel like my biggest for my words of advice would be just to don't hold yourself back. Don't be scared of trying new things. Don't be scared of injury. Just kind of push yourself because you never know what your potential may hold. I stepped into a new event this year, running hurdles, and it paid off in ways that I never could have imagined going into this school. And I never would have been able to experience like breaking a new school record had I not just stepped out of my comfort zone and tried it. So don't be scared, I guess, to try new things.
And Trevor, for you, obviously, seniors that are still here are probably going to watch this at some point. What's your message to them as they head out? I'm sure you've already offered your words of, appreciation and stuff like that. And then, a message maybe for the returners that are going to see this, or as I said, the any incomers as well.
Just probably say to both of them, just never give up because you're always going to face challenges. I've faced challenges, and there's times when I want to give up too, but you just got to keep fighting. And if you have a dream, you just got to chase it. So that's what I'd say to them.
Well, I appreciate both of your times and coach as well. This was great and much appreciated, and best of luck to all of you this week.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.